Real quick before we start the video, guys, I have a business email down below. So if you want to send me some mail, it could be Russian food, it could be food from different places. Please email me down below and you will get an address so you can send it. And if you have any business opportunities, please down below, just write me. I'm always answering. So enjoy the video. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to YouTube and welcome back to Jellygoon TV. To all you beautiful people on YouTube, thank you so much for joining this channel. I really do appreciate it. Today we're going to react to a video about America. We're going to react to 8 forgotten abandoned places in America. So let's see what it's all about, man. Let's go.
From desert ghost towns and mines to hidden metropolitan locations, these are 8 forgotten abandoned places in America. Number 8, Glen Rio. Don't stop, keep going.
Don't stop, keep going. Okay.
Even Google decided not to drive through this area again. I mean, look at the quality of the pictures. It's so 2007. Glen Rio was originally known as Rock Island. It was founded over 1 million hours ago. If you can't do the math in your head, the year was 1903. What made this ghost town popular was its prime location, half of it being in Texas, and the other half in New Mexico. Many people find beauty in the abandoned gas station and surrounding buildings. Others try to scurry away as fast as possible because it probably reminds them of a set from one of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies.
Oh, shit.
Number 7,
That's not a
Clairton, or what used to be. Clairton is the home of the largest Coke manufacturing facility in the USA. And no, we're not talking about the refreshing soft beverage known as Coca-Cola, rather the fuel created from black coal. It is used in the manufacturing of steel.
Coke, like
and
cocaine.
Clairton is one of those towns that you hear about on the news, you know, coal country, or in this case, it's better to say steel country.
Wow, that's crazy.
Traveling around the town on Google Maps, you can see many abandoned homes, overgrown sidewalks, and just avenues of broken dreams.
What?
Perhaps the most striking neighborhood is located on Lincoln Way. Every house on this street was abandoned. No one really wants to talk about it or even give exact reasons as to why this neighborhood was affected so much more than the rest.
Yeah, that's weird.
In 2015, Lincoln Way was ravaged by a fire. Some of the 30 or so homes were completely destroyed. Local authorities heavily opposed any stories about supposed hauntings or ghosts.
Wow.
I don't know where people are getting these stories. People are listening to them and then they're running with it. This town has a lot of good history,
yeah, like people they
but as far
do.
as Lincoln Way is concerned, I don't know why it stands out. Maybe because a street full of people decided to leave?
Yeah, that's kind of
weird. Granted, it wasn't an overnight operation, but still, makes you wonder.
That is
Number
crazy.
6, the Sidling Hill Tunnel.
Pennsylvania.
See you on the other side.
In
the 1940s, the Pennsylvania Turnpike was nicknamed the Tunnel Highway, having not 6, not 8, but 7 tunnels in its path. By the 70s, the road was so busy that expansions had to be made. Some smart people did some math and found out that the best thing to do was to bypass 3 tunnels and merge the other 4. At this point, Sidling Hill Tunnel became a post-apocalyptic dream location.
What?
No traffic, no people, just you and the dilapidated road.
Wow, that's crazy.
The site was used to train soldiers for the Iraq War.
Oh,
Policemen used parts of it as a shooting range, and a small company called Bike to Bike tried to make it a tourist destination.
Yeah, but no.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot. The critically acclaimed movie The Road also shot a bunch of scenes here. So maybe that's why it looks so familiar. Number 5, 2 guns. There's gold in them there hills.
There's gold in them.
Should we start off with the Death Cave or the hidden treasure? Let's go with the Death Cave. In 1878, 42 Apaches hiding inside a cave were smoked out by Navajo enemies. The cave was nicknamed the Death Cave, and I guess it didn't bother people too much since they still decided to settle in that area.
Wow.
Before 2 Guns was a legitimate settlement, 4 bad cowboys took advantage of the wild, wild west and robbed a train on the nearby Santa Fe Railway. They made out with $100,000 in cash and $40,000 in gold coins.
What?
Here's the kicker. They were eventually caught.
Oh.
With only $100 between them.
What?
One of the thieves confessed that the remainder of the loot is still hidden around 2 Guns. And that's about it. 2 Guns became somewhat of a tourist trap with its expensive gas and trading post. With the completion of a nearby highway, 2 Guns was abandoned and forgotten sometime in the 80s. Number 4. Animas Forks.
Colorado.
This picturesque deserted mine is hidden along the Alpine Loop in Colorado. The first settlers came around 1873, and it took only a few years for the Animas Forks to become a full-fledged community.
That is very beautiful.
Just like most bustling mine towns of the time, as soon as the profits dried up, so did the town.
The people,
These days, Animas Forks is owned and operated by the Bureau of Land Management. And a quick question for you all. How much land does the BLM own?
I don't know.
About 247.3 million acres, or about 1/8 of the country.
Wow,
anytime you're driving through the middle of nowhere, USA, and wonder who owns the land, chances are it's the BLM. Number 3, Pleasure Beach. Sorry, the beach is closed. At first I assumed we were going to explore a restricted island, but it seems Pleasure Beach is actually a barrier beach.
What?
Google Earth provides some great insight into what is left from the original community.
What the
fuck? Which is not much. Looks like we only have the community center that's still standing. So what the heck happened here?
Yeah.
A portion of the bridge connecting Pleasure Beach to the mainland caught fire in 1996. This pretty much crippled the community. Most of the houses became summer homes that were rarely visited. In 2007, the town of Stratford stopped leasing the homes since it was too expensive to make sure they weren't vandalized or robbed. For the next 7 or so years, Pleasure Beach suffered greatly, from random fires to straight-up illegal demolitions. As of 2017, none of the original homes exist anymore.
Wow.
But at least it's open to the public again. Number 2.
Somebody could use
grain silos.
Man. That would be an awesome
What is
place.
the most forgettable state? Seriously, what do you think the most forgettable state is? Let everyone know in the comments. Indiana is home to hundreds of abandoned grain silos that have somehow managed to survive longer than their surrounding communities.
What?
A great example is Corwin, Indiana. Apparently it's not even a ghost town, only being described as an extinct town. We also have the town of Sloan, Dunn, and unfortunately, many, many more. Here are some honorable mentions that I thought were interesting. Like the Westinghouse Atom Smasher. The light bulb shaped tower was instrumental in the research done on nuclear energy for civilian use. Well, the city of Forest Hills, Pennsylvania could not preserve the smasher. The Hell House Altar. Located in Maryland, the altar was part of St. Mary's College. And you can only imagine the amount of hauntings, ghost sightings, and devil worship legends surrounding this place.
That is creepy.
Finally, a place where you can enjoy the zombie apocalypse in peace. The Año Nuevo Island off the coast of Northern California. It used to be a peninsula, but because of the erosive pounding of waves, it is now an island.
Not a good idea to live in the ocean.
And it will continue to shrink and shrink until there's eventually nothing left and that house is completely destroyed. Number 1.
Well, it was a good plan, but...
The 1964 New York World's Fair Pavilion.
Oh, shit.
Back in the day, people from around the globe gathered and celebrated progress, technology, and all the cool things nations and people were inventing.
Nice.
In 1964, people wanted to have a repeat of the 1939 fair. And I think they were pretty successful. Probably the most important part of the expo is still in good condition. The enigmatic Unisphere found in the center of it all. But there is also some sour sights, like the New York State Pavilion. There was never any good consistent use for it after the fair ended, except for it being a filming location. Occasionally. You might remember it from the original Men in Black movie. The pavilion is strictly off limits, and reports say that a bunch of cats have taken over the area. There's also a big debate on whether or not the observation towers and pavilions should be demolished. What do you think? Don't forget to tell me what you thought about this video in the comments below. Subscribe for more awesome World on Earth.
Anyway, let's pause here, man. That was an amazing video. I really did dig that. There's a lot of abandoned sites in America, and America is just creepy, like the houses and everything. But the abandoned park, that's always funny to experience. Like, I remember we were at a fun park when I was a kid, and that fun park got abandoned for, I think in 2010 or something like that. And I watched pictures of, you know, the abandoned fun park, and it was just it was horrible to see, and it actually hurt my heart because, you know, you spend so much time like in a place as a kid, you know, like, oh shit, the memory just got wiped away. It reminds you that you're human and time is coming, you know what I mean? Like, time is of the essence, or whatever you call it, man. That's crazy. But yeah, it was a beautiful video. I really did like it. So yeah, but anyway, guys, if you like this video, please hit the like button down below. And if you really want to support this channel, please do subscribe. We almost at 200 subscribers, and I just appreciate every single one of you. Thank you so much to my awesome supporters. I love you with my heart. But I got some other videos to react to. But in the meanwhile, I'm gonna see you into the next video. Peace.